I'm over 40, and I'm arguably in the best shape I've ever been, even compared to my younger days in my 20s when I was rigorously training in martial arts and combat sports. And I did this all naturally. No performance enhancing drugs, and very limited supplementation. And honestly, I've really only dialed it in the last 12 months. There have been struggles. We came over COVID, for example, which led to a lot of people getting out of shape during that time, even some people who were in their best shape before that. But this video, I just hope to inspire. Whether you're an older person trying to get back in shape or even just wants to be in shape, or even a younger person who just wants to look forward to a journey of living a healthy, fit lifestyle, this video may just be for you. And if you're from the older crowd and you think it's too late, that mentality never stopped characters like Silverfang from One Punch Man, or Old Man Logan, or even the aged Batman from The Dark Knight Returns. Granted, these are fictional characters, but we can pull inspiration from them. I know I did. And if you stick to the end of this video, I will break down and share my workout split, so maybe you can pull from that, borrow from it, or even use it for yourself. So let's get this video started, and you can see how my journey led to me being in my best shape even after 40. It bothers me a little that once people hit 40, they think their best days are behind them. I never wanted to adopt that mentality. It didn't stop characters like Silverfang from One Punch Man. Okay, again, I know that there are real people out there, older people who are in fantastic shape. I'm not gonna lie, it's more fun to pull from these fictional characters. So let's stay on that theme. Take a look at all these old heads, these mentors who are badass in fiction. They've been through it all, yet they still fight or train like beasts. That's the mentality I like to adopt. That's the inspiration that I use. My point is, you can pull inspiration from anything. Whatever helps you, great, use it. Hopefully this video is one of them. But obviously, you have to have a realistic point of view. And what I borrow from these characters most is that mentality of purpose. You have to have a purpose. You have to have precision. You have to be goal-oriented. That's what I had in these 12 months. I had a specific goal. I wanted to reach a certain body composition within these 12 months. And I achieved it. Yet, I'm not done. I'm going to surpass my goals. Kind of like All Might. Go beyond. Plus ultra.
Go beyond! Plus ultra!
So being older doesn't mean weaker. It means training smarter, training more disciplined, and training with a purpose. So it's not about looking 20 again, but it's about being the best version of you. And again, if you're from the younger crowd, you can be the best version of you, and you can start now. So I adopt a warrior mentality. I train like a combat athlete, because I am one. But you don't have to be a combat athlete to train like one, at least the mentality and the philosophy of one. But me, myself, I've modified it, especially in these last 12 months, where I combine conventional hypertrophy training along with CAT training. CAT training doesn't mean I train cats. CAT stands for Compensatory Accelerated Training. This involves certain lifts where I explode and move it quickly. So whatever move I'm focusing on, so if it's a push, let's say I'm doing a bench press, I'm pressing that weight as quickly up as possible. If I'm doing pulls like a chin-up or rows, I'm pulling with acceleration. So I'm not just lifting the weight, I'm driving it with force. This translates over well into athleticism. So for me as a combat athlete, it's a great way of using weight training and be explosive at the same time. Because for me, there's value in training like an athlete. But you got to be careful. You don't want to train how an athlete specifically trains for their sport. Combining conventional lifts with this CAT training was a good medium for me to get into the shape I am today. It's a great way to work body composition while feeling like you can be launched into battle like a berserker rage Wolverine. Now, getting lean, that was the hardest part. As I mentioned before, COVID was tough on everyone. A lot of people gained weight, gained fat during that period. I was one of them. Nothing crazy. I wasn't obese or anything. I don't even think I gained more than 10 pounds, but I wasn't happy with my body composition at that time. Now, there are a lot of diets out there, and most of them do work. You've got the keto diet, paleo diet, whatever. But most diets are hard to follow and hard to sustain. Although they work, there was something that they all had in common, and that was calorie deficit. That essentially means you burn more calories than what you consume. Or rather, you should be consuming less calories than what you actually burn in a day. Now that sounds hard, I know, because in a workout, you're probably only burning about 200 to 300 calories. But you are burning throughout the day from walking, and the more you walk, the better, or just any kind of physical activity that you do during the day, we are burning calories. We even burn calories at rest. The heaviest burn will be during our workout. But that's why it's important to make sure you're consuming a little bit less than what you burn. That number will be different for everyone. In my case, what helped was burning 200 calories more than what I was consuming a day. So that did require calculating my calorie intake. That can be a chore, but there are a bunch of things out there. You can look up macronutrient apps, fitness apps such as a Fitbit or a smartwatch. They can help you. So use those. Use every tool that we have today to help you track, make it easier on you. That number will be different for everybody. But again, in my case, what helped with the rapid fat loss was burning 200 calories more than what I consumed. And I know you're thinking, if I'm on a calorie deficit, I'm hungry. Well, yeah, you're going to be hungry. You're on a calorie deficit. That's how it works. But you're not going to be starving. You're not going to die from eating 100 less calories a day. It will be tough, but at a certain point, eventually, you will end up reaching a maintenance level. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do include intermittent fasting. Now, there's a lot of research backing the benefits of intermittent fasting. The reason I do intermittent fasting is actually it's my easiest way of controlling my calorie intake. It just makes it easier for me to make sure that I'm within my window of calories and I'm not over consuming just by skipping that first meal of the day. Again, intermittent fasting is not for everyone. It's just what worked for me. It's all about calorie deficit. Obviously, you want to eat good, healthy, preferably whole foods. Get rid of the crap. Cut out the snacking. That will help you stay within your calorie intake and that calorie deficit. Your body doesn't care about trends. Your body cares about consistency and discipline. So my secret superpower that I developed during this time for being fit after 40 is recovery. Now, I don't mean like a healing factor like Wolverine or Deadpool, but I do mean it is important to train smarter, not just harder. And specifically, you need to have recovery periods. So if you'll see my split by the end of the video, you'll notice that there is a day where I'm not training hard. It's either soft or mobility training. And then I do have at least one day of rest during the week. I do train hard, but I don't overtrain. It's all about longevity, especially when you reach my age. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to risk injury. So it's all about getting the proper sleep, stretching, mobility, staying fluid with your body and movement. As promised, here is my workout split that I follow weekly. I've been doing this for the last 12 months and try to stay as consistent as possible, which is key. This is the summary of my workout plan, but if you look in the description below, you'll see the detailed plan, and if you want, you can copy that and use it for yourself. As I've mentioned before, I designed this program to combine hypertrophy training with combat athleticism. Athletes are among the fittest people in the world, so I make sure I add at least a hint of athleticism into my training. So I do a lot of conventional lifting using progressive overload for gaining strength weekly. And as I mentioned earlier, I include CAT into my training to add the explosiveness to my training. Day 3 is a light training day where I'm either doing mobility training or cardio. When I'm doing cardio, I'm either going for a run at a moderate pace for at least 30 to 35 minutes, or I'm hitting the bag for 30 to 35 minutes because I like to get in my combat training as well. And as you can see, day 6 is a rest day. I really do rest to recuperate. And day 7 is a light cardio day. I just try to get in a nice brisk walk that day. I'll usually get my minimum 10,000 steps on that day, but I'm getting actually a minimum on average 8,000 steps every day, including my lifting days. Don't underestimate walking as a cardiovascular exercise. It contributes heavily to your calorie burn. So that's the gist of my workout split. As you can see, there's variety, but there's a lot of consistency. By sticking to this same workout, I allow myself repetition, and with repetition comes improvement with each exercise. So every session is intentional and precise, made to make me better. Quick reminder, if you look in the description below, you have the full details of my workout plan. So nab that for yourself. So embrace this warrior mentality that I've developed. Train and think like your favorite superhero or fictional character, especially the old heads who are in fantastic shape. And by training like a warrior or a combat athlete, you get both the benefits of body composition training, such as hypertrophy training, while being athletic, being fluid, being able to move. And you're not just doing mirror muscle exercises, just like your classic training or bodybuilding. You'll be functional as well. Want to stay strong and sharp well past the age of 40? Like this video and drop a comment. Maybe provide your age and goals. Maybe I can help you. I read all the comments, so if you leave it there, maybe I'll provide you some tips and tricks. So subscribe for more training tips and perhaps more training inspired by your favorite fictional characters, especially maybe even those older heads who never gave in to their age, because getting older doesn't mean slowing down. It means leveling up like a master. I'll see you guys next time.